Kim and Greg are off tonight. Police say there is nothing for parents or students to worry about after a rumor on Facebook that high schools in New York and Cumberland counties may be the target of somebody intending to do harm.
State and local police conducted an investigation tonight. They call this an unsubstantiated rumor and not a credible threat.
Yeah, News 13's Brad Rogers is live in Gorham tonight. Brad, you spoke to Gorham's police chief down and the superintendent about this. What are they telling parents tonight?
Well, tonight it's a simple message. Local and state police investigation has found no credible threat tonight to any Maine school. Police say all it turned out to be was a rumor spread by text messages by countless numbers of students here in southern Maine. Those baseless rumors, as they call them, well, they warned of someone intending to do harm tomorrow, December 21st, at high schools in York and Cumberland counties. That's it. Several school districts increased their police presence at their schools based on these rumors, including Gorham, Windham, and Falmouth. And even though the threat has been found to be not credible tonight, superintendents we spoke with say they aren't taking any chances and plan to keep their extra police presence tomorrow and in the foreseeable future.
The Maine Information and Analysis Center went through the Facebooks and Twitter posts and all of those things, and they could not find anything that indicated that there was any threat out there to begin with.
There was a rumor floating around that there was a threatening text out there alleging some sort of school violence on the 21st, but none of the witnesses that we spoke to or children and kids that we interviewed actually could put us in touch with anybody that actually received that message.
Well, police believe that the terrible tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary School may have been how this rumor got started in the first place. That and the Mayan calendar prediction for tomorrow as well. Reporting live in Gorham, Brad Rogers, News 13. And Adrian, will likely never know who started this rumor in the first place.
All right. Glad to hear it's just rumors, though, at this point, Brad. Thanks so much. Yep. We invite you to join us for a national discussion about gun violence and mental health. News 13 teamed up with our sister stations nationwide to host a town hall discussion. It will take place tonight, 7 o'clock. You can submit your questions for the panelists involved in our discussion by using the hashtag National Town Hall on Twitter. You can also email us your questions at tvmail@wgme.com. The entire event will air live on our website, wgme.com.
Well, time to talk about the weather now. Strong wind and rain is making its way toward Maine.
Yeah, and that storm is shaping up to be a lot like what we saw on Wednesday, but this one actually might pack a little more punch in the wind department. Charlie Lepresti joins us now with that forecast. Charlie.
Well, that's right, Adrian. Wind is going to lead my headlines tomorrow by afternoon. Between the hours of 1 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I expect winds to occasionally gust over 50 miles per hour, especially at the coastline, and that should lead to some scattered power outages. Let's take a look at your current watches and warnings. A wind advisory areas in yellow. That is coastal Cumberland, York County, also coastal Rockingham County, portions of interior Waldo County as well. High wind warnings have been issued across the mid-coast. The strongest winds will likely be felt there, so coastal areas can expect the worst of this as far as winds go. A winter weather advisory has been issued for northern Franklin and Somerset County. Look at this beast of a storm. It is winding up as it moves into and through the Midwest. Notice a lot of snow over the northern plains back to the Great Lakes. If you're looking for snow, you're going to have to go to areas that got dumped on earlier this week. Some areas in northern Maine will get several more inches of snow. We'll take a closer look at that in our Maine weather segment in a few minutes. Tomorrow, again, rain and wind for most towns. It could be a little bit of a slippery commute for especially inland areas early in the day. Saturday will feature some improvement. Sunday we clear it out, but it turns windy again and quite a bit cooler. Jeff and Adrian, we actually have the chance for another storm in the 7-day forecast. We'll have to wait until probably Thursday of next week to see any accumulating snow around here. So we'll look at that in the 7-day as well. I'll be back with that in a few.
Not such a white Christmas, Charlie.
And that's the way it looks at this point.
And hold on to your hat for tomorrow.
It's windy, yeah.
Police in Leeds are looking for the driver who they say hit a 13-year-old girl, then drove off, leaving her to fend for herself along a snowy road.
That's right. Tonight, as News 13 Steve Roldan tells us, both the victim and her mother want that driver caught.
I have some pain in the rib cage. I have a lot of pain in the hip and a little bit in the shoulder.
13-year-old Caitlin Hare is bruised and in a sling, suffering from a broken shoulder blade. The injuries she sustained after she was hit by a driver in a blue smart car. She says she was shoveling the snow away from the mailbox when it all happened. Caitlin says before she knew it, a car swerved off the road and hit her and the mailbox.
I was screaming. Believe it or not. I was in tears. That's how much pain I was in.
Sheriff's investigators say the driver that hit her then took off and didn't check on Caitlin. It was another driver who saw her on the ground that helped her to her family's home after lying on the ground and in the snow for 20 minutes.
I am very thankful for that lady to stop her.
Sheriff's investigators say the man who hit her was driving a blue smart car similar to the one seen in this picture.
I would have thought he would have stopped and made sure I was okay at least, or at least like called someone. But he didn't. He looked around and took off.
Turn yourself in, face the crime that you did. You hit a little girl. She could have had internal injuries. She could have been seriously hurt, and you just took off. It's my baby. Just turn yourself in and face the music.
I'm still here, and I'm still walking, and I'm still capable of doing what I do, and that's all that matters.
For now, she's hoping to heal from her injuries and hoping the driver that caused them is brought to justice. In Leeds, Steve Roldan, News 13.
By the way, investigators do believe the driver that hit Caitlin is from the area. They have requested a list from state officials of these smart car drivers here in the state of Maine.
New information tonight from Portland leaders about gay marriage licenses and ceremonies. City Hall will open at 10 p.m. Friday, December 28th for those looking to get in line early. The city clerk's office officially opens Saturday, December 29th at 12:01 a.m. It will stay open until 3 o'clock that morning. A marriage license costs $40. The city clerk's office is also available to perform wedding ceremonies. That fee is $125. To apply for a marriage license in Portland, at least one member of the couple must be a Portland resident, or both members of the couple must reside out of state. Bus commuters in Lewiston and Auburn are one step closer to getting another ride to Portland. The three cities are working together to develop a commuter bus line that would connect them. Right now, city leaders tell us the only way to ride a bus to Portland is to take the Greyhound bus, which can be costly. While the plans are still in the early phases, in the future, a bus terminal could be constructed off of Spring Street. City leaders believe the bus line could lead to more employment opportunities for residents in the Twin Cities.
The real opportunity in Lewis and Auburn, our downtown, about half of the households don't own vehicles. We have relatively high rates of unemployment or underemployment among the immigrant population. So this is really about trying to create access to jobs and doing it in a way that doesn't force people into buying a car.
Auburn's mayor tells us the bus line project is just in the beginning phases, and the plan to develop the line and find an operator really should head to both city councils pretty soon.
Well, a monitoring break in Portland is fixed, and tap water on Portland's peninsula is safe to drink tonight. The boil water order was lifted this morning after nearly 24 hours. At the height of the break, water filled Somerset Street as high as the headlights on some vehicles. Several local businesses were forced to boil water in order to stay open. The owner of a local coffee shop says they're very happy to have clean tap water.
People were very proactive. The community was great at responding, and we're very lucky that at 8:45 they lifted the ban.
Officials say the pipe that broke was nearly 100 years old, and while they're uncertain on the exact cause, they do believe the age of the pipe did contribute to the break.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Charlie DePresti.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm tracking a big storm moving in for tomorrow. This storm system will bring more rain to the area, and it will bring more strong wind. In fact, wind is going to lead my headlines by afternoon. The winds could gust over 50 miles per hour, especially at the coastline. And that looks to be the big story as we go through our Friday. Some towns in the mountains will get a little bit of snow out of this one. I'll tell you what, areas that saw a fair amount of snow earlier in the week, they are going to see more of it tomorrow. Again, rain and wind will be the big story for everyone else. Here is our area of low pressure. It is tracking in from the Midwest. Notice a fair amount of snow, a lot of snow over to the northern Great Lakes, back to the northern plains here, even portions of the Midwest. This is all heading into our neck of the woods for tomorrow. So we all get into some of this rainfall tomorrow. Initially, temps may be cold enough to support a little bit of snow, but we will see that change over to rain rather quickly. This area of low pressure is going to track right over us. That is not a favorable track for a big snowstorm around here. So again, it looks rather wet. More wet than white, we'll call it. All right, Storm Tracker is going to start us out early in the morning. The reason I stop it here around 2 o'clock, I think we have a little bit of light precip moving in. The light precip being snow, a little bit of light rain moving in along the coast as well. There may even be a little bit of wintry mix being sleet or freezing rain. Those temperatures are borderline 20s and lower 30s. As we go through the morning, though, notice temperatures start to warm up. We get that wind coming in out of the east, so we're in the mid-30s by 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So there will probably be some slippery travel for your morning commute, especially 20-30 miles inland from the north side of York County, heading into west side of Sebago Lake, up through Lewis and Auburn, back through Augusta and Waterville. A little bit of slippery travel is expected there. North and west, it looks to be a light snow. Now, as we go through the afternoon, looks like that rain-snow line continues to move inland. It's about lunchtime. Areas holding on to the light snow will be the same areas that got really dumped on earlier in the week. Areas like we just saw from Carrabassett Valley from Evans' report, heading back through Rangeley and Saddleback area, Jackman heading to Somerset County, northern Coos County and Oxford County. Looks like that snow hangs on there. So snow is going to be a small portion of this forecast because wind is going to be the big story by afternoon. Here we are now, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Strongest winds will likely occur between the hours of 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Heaviest rains will occur during this period as well. With a stiff southeast wind, the temperatures will surge into the 40s, and again, that wind could gust over 50 miles per hour. During that time frame, I'll be looking for scattered power outages. As we go through the day on Saturday, some improvement is expected. We'll have a mixture of clouds and sun. There's the chance for a rain or snow shower, and temps will be running in the 30s. So Saturday, some improvement. Sunday, temps cool off, and it looks like we'll see full sun return. The only problem with Sunday, the wind starts to pick up as well. All right, again, initially temps are cold enough to support a little bit of that snow early on. There may be a quick coating along the coastal plain, but I think it's a coating to as much as 2 inches in the darker shade of blue, and it's probably more like a coating here. Higher amounts heading back to the hills, possibly around 2 inches there. You get up in elevation, over 1,000 feet in elevation, there'll probably be a few spots near 2 to 5 inches of snow. The presidential range, of course, some rather tall mountains, rather big mountains there, over 6,000 feet in elevation. A few spots in here will get 5 to 10 inches of snow from Rangeley north up into some northern Somerset County and northern parts of the state. There could be a few areas around 5, 8, 9 inches of snow there. So we'll continue to monitor that. It continues to be a snowmaker for some of the mountains of western Maine, but for most areas, it's a wind-driven rain on Friday. And again, the big story is going to be that wind. It's a windy, wet day tomorrow, Saturday, a mixture of clouds and some sun. Temps around 40 degrees. There's the chance for a rain or snow shower Saturday. Sunday, developing sunshine. Did not put wind on there, but I probably should. 32 degrees for a high temperature, but the wind is going to make it feel a lot colder. We'll probably have gusts around 30 to 40 miles per hour on Sunday as well. Monday, Christmas Eve day, we're in good shape. There'll be a few more clouds on Tuesday. Christmas Day. Temps stay cool, highs in the 20s and 30s, overnight lows in the single digits and teens. I know a lot of folks right now are saying, Charlie, where is all the snow? Well, right now it's in the mountains, but our greatest chance to see some of that snow along the coastline will be Thursday of next week. And some forecast models are warmer with that, bringing more rain in. Other forecast models suggest more of a colder scenario. That'll be 1 week from today. I'm leaning more towards some snow at this point for Thursday of next week.
It's in the mountains and it's in the Midwest.
Yes, I know. Yeah, did you see all that snow in Wisconsin?
Kansas City,
oh, boy.
Coming Christmas Day, too. Wow.
Charlie, thanks so much.